Today we're going to take a look at blue skies. I'll start with a loop on the outside of the vehicle. This has the forged aluminum wheels that are lighter and stronger than what comes factory. Exterior keypad for getting in without your key. All this is on the website. Electric slider door. You activate it by pulling the handle or pressing a button at the slider door opening or in the front. It's got what we call a running board, which is a body kit. On the passenger side, you have an air compressor for filling up tires, as well as there should be outlets here. Yes, some outlets. This is a Sprinter 3500, so the max weight is 11,030 pounds. It's got the dual rear wheels, and you can see that these are the valve stems for the air going into the tire, which you can fill up because you have air compressors. And there's a pressure monitoring interface in the front cab that you'll see. We'll go inside, obviously, to check out the living space, but here in the back, this is the back of the sofa bed with the space that we can store bikes. Smoke detector, outlet. This is the interface for reading the surge protector. So this will tell you when you're plugged in any kind of errors that might point to faulty electrical connection or anything like that. Typically you're not really using that because you're not plugged in. The battery system here is 10 kilowatt hours, so it can run an air conditioner for 12 plus hours. So anytime you're driving, that's charging the battery. Because this is an extended length van, you've got these storage, big storage compartments, 3 of them. Typically we'll put the toolkit in some of this. You can put your shore power cable. A lot of your bike stuff can go down there or up in the storage up there. A lot of folks ask if they can plug their van into a 15 amp outlet. So that's the shore power cord there. That's a 30 amp connection, but you can do 15 amps with this adapter. You just have to make sure that your Silverleaf interface, the computer that's up in the front, recognizes that that's how you're charging the vehicle. As we demonstrated when you were here, this is the headboard that lays down like that to extend the sleeping surface. If you're traveling with bikes, you can keep this up and still maintain a big bed. These rear shelves are nice. I wear glasses and I put my glasses up here as well as my phone. There it is. The last thing I'll point out is it's just going to be you two traveling with your dog Jet, but if you were to bring people along with you, the other benefit of the sofa bed is that it allow seat belts. So in the back, you can see the shoulder harness there, and then this is where they connect to the frame of the chassis. Within this compartment is your inverter. So that charges the battery when you're plugged into shore power, and if you're off of shore power, that takes the 12 volt power that's stored in the battery and converts it to 120 volt for things like the outlets in your vehicle, the air conditioner, fridge is actually 12 volt, but microwave's 120 volt as well. They're not up right now, but there are rear coverings for this window. That's a rod to secure it. The curtains are probably up in the cabinet up there. There's a hitch step. You could take that out and put a bike carrier back there if you wanted. Rear camera. Antenna, that's probably a Wi-Fi Ranger. Side camera, side light. The other side has the same. Here on the driver's side, this compartment houses your macerator and everything you need to dump your tanks. There's a light above this. So this is your macerator. We've put manual valves here to open up the tanks and begin the tank emptying process. This is your gray valve there. Black valve is back there. Sewer hose in this compartment. It's a nice hose. It just comes right out and you put that into the sewer hole, open up the black tank valve, run the macerator by turning on this switch. Then doing the same with the gray tank to wash out everything with the soapy shower water, and then you're done. There also is an air compressor on the driver's side here. To the right is your city water connection. We call that your autofill valve. Autofill is when you plug a hose into that receptacle and your freshwater tank fills to basically 99%. While I'm mentioning it, the fresh tank is 40 gallons in Blue Skies, and the gray tank's gonna be 28 gallons. Excuse me, I wanna get the exact number. Gray tank's gonna be 28 gallons, 27.5 and 18.5 black tank. So with those numbers, you can go a week or more on the road without having to fill up or empty your tanks. We talked while you were here about emptying the tanks. I believe there's plenty of campgrounds with dump stations, plenty of truck stops. A lot of municipal areas have dump tanks like that, dump stations like that, excuse me, and there are apps for finding them. Our clients have a lot of experience with that, and it works. I probably pointed this out to you while you were here. This is the exhaust for the SPAR furnace. This takes the diesel fuel from the Mercedes diesel tank and ignites it in a furnace. That furnace heats via heat exchanger a glycol mixture that circles the van. The glycol gets very hot, and through another heat exchanger heats the water for hot water on demand, or warm air out of vents. So makes you comfortable, and then it also makes your tanks comfortable. That hot glycol line circles the tanks of the vehicle as well, so that you can bring Blue Skies below freezing temperatures. I'll pop the hood, but before I check out the hood, this is the front. There's the tire pressure monitoring system that we've installed. Because you have the air compressor on board, obviously you can fill up your tires and keep that keep that system pretty easy for you. This is a control button for that we've installed that cycles through different views of the 360 camera, should you want that. Blue Skies is a 4x4, so you have to activate it. This is activating your 4x4. This activates your low range for steep inclines, or if you had to tow something. That's the low gear. Underneath the hood, it's going to be similar for a lot of these Sprinter vans, but this has the 6-cylinder engine. To the right are some things that we've installed. That's the reservoir for the glycol mixture. That's where every year or so you'll top that off with extra glycol. That's all part of your training. All right, this could be loud. Excuse me. All right, let's finally enter the vehicle. Thanks for your patience. Here at the slider door is the bug screen. With that all the way across, you combine that with the bug screen in the kitchen, and you can have that door open at your campsite or wherever you're staying the night, and no bugs will come in. This is custom fitted to this particular vehicle. Pass-through cabinet opens up on the other side in the kitchen, so when you have the bug screen closed and someone's cooking outside, you can pass things out to them from inside. Or you can load up groceries in there. There's different uses for that. Outlet here, and then this is a rug that you can set up outside the step, wipe your shoes off. We'll just work from front to back in this vehicle, starting at the window behind the driver's seat. This is a key piece of the design, is to have this window and allow light to come in. When you're outside, you don't even have to turn the lights on really in Blue Skies. The light just flows nicely into the living space. So what you gain with that is a countertop that's about waist high, so that you can flip this driver's seat around and use this as a desk or an eating surface. Within is a lot of shelving too, so usable space. These shelves can all be adjusted by moving around these things that are in the pinholes. There's upper cabinetry above the cabin. This corner one's always a good testament of the skill in the cabinet shop, all this joinery. Really maximizes the space. In this case is the front privacy screen. It's a single piece of blackout fabric that we've custom made for Blue Skies that hangs on hooks all around the front. And they drape along the back side of the swiveled seats or the front side of these seats. They rest on the front of the cab so that no light escapes the vehicle. You can camp stealthily with no light coming out, with the blackout shades down as well. No one would know that you're in here. All right, continuing on back, this is another look at the fabric. Just looking at my phone, it's a little bit muted, the color on my screen. There's a shade more green to this. It's a bit more saturated, although it is still subtle. This is a convection microwave. So microwave, and you can convection cook. We've made venting for it to not damage any kind of wood or laminate. Big fridge and freezer. This runs on 12 volts so that the inverter can be off, but the fridge still is active because it runs directly off the battery. With a fridge like this, you can go for, you know, weeks on the road if you're smart about your meals and packing it the right way. These are pretty big. Above the microwave is your Silverleaf control panel. This is the home screen. It's got key information like your tank levels, your house battery percentage, your chassis battery state of charge, as well as how you're using power or gaining power. This says that we're on shore power, and that's expanded upon on the DC power page. You can see that 13 amps are going into the house battery because of we're on shore power. You can, this is more of a troubleshooting screen, but you can see the various temperatures of each lithium battery cell and their state of charge. I could go more into the autogen system, the tanks with the tank heaters. That's all on here. Blue Skies has electric floor heat right down the middle as well. It's not going to heat the coach nearly as well as the Espar diesel furnace, but it is a comfort thing. Here's a look at the kitchen galley. On the forward side of the kitchen galley are light controls and a touchpad control for your EMP hydraulic leveling system. This is an awesome thing that most of our clients are putting on their vans at this point. You don't need them. You can manually level the van or take some extra time to find a flat spot, but if you want something that's more convenient, I'll tell you, there's nothing like pulling up, pressing a couple buttons on there, and within a minute or so you're level and stable, and it's steady in here. It's like you're made out of steel. Coffee maker, it slides out. There's a water filter here in Blue Skies, so that when you're using the sink and water is coming from the fresh tank, the 40-gallon fresh tank, it's running through this filter here. The largest cabinet, the front is this. Garbage cans. In this cabinet here, we added a hinged access point to your plumbing components that you would get to anytime you need to winterize. That's the main thing, mostly winterization, but your water pumps in there, your water temperature control valves in there if you want to alter the temperature of your hot water. But this hose is in here because we try to make it as easy as possible to winterize. So there's a quick process for that Frank walks you through every year if you need it. You just take some antifreeze and put this hose into the antifreeze, attach it to the water pump, and it pumps the antifreeze through your system. There's a custom cutting board in Blue Skies, as well as plug-in induction stovetop. Most of our clients like it portable because you could plug it in there, you can plug it in up in the front, you could take it outside and cook outside as well. Blue Skies is unique I mean, all our vehicles are unique, but Blue Skies was configured with a recycle shower system. We've taken it out. It's a lot of work to maintain the recycle shower. There's all, 3 or 4 different types of filters and lights and things to clean. And what we've done is taken out the recycle shower components, and we're going to turn this space into a pantry like it is in most of our builds. This is the bathroom. This is the frosted glass bathroom door that I just really like. We talked about this during your visit. The split bathroom door. A popular video on our YouTube channel is how we came up with this alongside a client. It was actually our client's idea. And since then we've put it on 99% of our builds. I gotta imagine. Flip out that shower curtain rod, pull the curtain around, it goes all the way around here and gives you a serious amount of elbow room when you're taking a shower in here. Skylight in the bathroom. At nighttime you can just turn on the lights though. Medicine cabinet. Sink in the bathroom. Here's the shower. You can press the button to dispense water, or you can flip it up to have it continually dispense water. This bathroom is going to have some work done to it as part of that recycle shower renovation. So it's not in its complete finished state yet, but you get an idea of what it is. Now we're looking at the bedroom. This is the electric sofa bed. We do our custom mattresses here. This is a bit firmer than medium, I think, but it's not the firmest that we do. Very comfortable. As I was mentioning before, this is the sofa bed, so you can seat multiple people with those seat belts. I think you can seat 3, 2 with shoulder harnesses and 1 with a lap harness in the middle. Light controls on either side. Curtains, obviously. There used to be a high-end monitor that the original client wanted. He kept that with him, so there's nothing on this AV cabinet now. We could easily put a TV up there if someone wanted. If someone also wanted, we could remove this entire AV cabinet if you just wanted that extra space. But within here, there's room for Apple TV. There's already a DVD player. Above that is a Pioneer stereo unit. What that does is that can play movies, but it also feeds sound, if you'd like, through the really nice sound system in here. So subwoofer right there. JBL audio speakers up there. During my trip with my buddy, we were playing music, and we were in the middle of nowhere, and the cows seemed to enjoy it. Before I deploy the bed, I'll just show you these upper cabinets. A couple of these have outlets in them. They go all the way around. This is the biggest one in the vehicle. A lot of folks keep their bedding up here because this cabinet is so big. You could do sleeping bags. You can put sheets and fitted sheets and mattress toppers here to make it easy. You deploy the bed and just take stuff right out there and put it on the bed. Blue Skies has secret storage. If you got anything you want to keep hidden away, just take this magnet, find the spot, and open up the secret storage. Here in the back, you can see that mount on the wheel well. That mount is where you place the Lagoon table. So there's the table there. You can set up a table just by attaching it to that mount, and that table's nice. It maneuvers and it's sturdy once you get it set up. Right now I'm going to deploy the bed. All you got to do is make sure that those wheel well cushions are off, and you press this button and the bed deploys. So this is a very large bed with the headboard flipped down. It can go further than that, but this is just to demonstrate. The headboard has different latching points. That's the 45-degree one, but the point I'm making is that with that headboard down, this becomes longer than a queen bed, and it's the width of a queen bed. So very comfortable and good for resting after you hike, after a long day of driving. Above the bed is a quiet air conditioner. Controls are mounted on the wall in the back via remote control. And forward of that is a max fan. So don't want to run the air conditioner, you can open up the windows and get the air going with the fan. Works nicely. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Blue Skies extended length 4x4 vehicle, and one of my favorites. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm sure I missed a couple different things, but that should give you an overview of this well-designed van. The original client did a good job with this. All right, take care.